We got a huge one this weekend at Saratoga, the Travers Stakes. It's the Midsummer Derby. This is where the best 3-year-olds meet at 1.25 miles, and it often decides who heads into the fall as the top dog in the division. I'm going to break down the full field, Sovereignty, Magnitude, Strategic Focus, Bracket Buster, and McAfee. We'll cover their trainers, their jockeys, running styles, and how the pace might shape the race. Then I'll give you my top picks and my betting strategy for the Travers. But before we dive in, every week I send out 2 free picks plus the exact handicapping worksheet that I use to spot the best horses. We went 2 for 2 last week and we've been hitting 75% of our plays this month. Links in the description if you want to grab them. Let's start with the horse that most people are circling, and for good reason. Sovereignty, he's trained by Belmont and ridden by Junior Alvarado. He's been the undisputed leader of the 3-year-old crop this season. His resume speaks for itself. He won the Kentucky Derby, skipped the Preakness to stay fresh, then came back and proved the best in the Belmont Stakes against journalism for a second time. After that, he returned to Saratoga in the Jim Dandy, where he turned away Baeza once again. No other 3-year-old can match that classic combination of wins and consistency at the highest level.
Best to cling to him, but it's Sovereignty and Junior Alvarado still on top.
Stat-wise, Sovereignty is as reliable as they come. His Beyer figures have been triple digits in 4 straight starts, and he's shown the versatility to adapt to different paces. In the Derby, he sat mid-pack and outkicked everyone late. In the Belmont, he rated just off the speed and stayed on powerfully. And in the Jim Dandy, he proved that he could handle tighter tactical battles, grinding down the leaders when it mattered. What really makes this interesting is the trainer. Belmont has never won a Travers, and that's hard to believe given his Hall of Fame resume. And this colt gives him as good a shot as he's ever had. 1.25 miles is right in the horse's wheelhouse, and Mott's even said that this is his best shot yet to get it done. Tactically, Sovereignty is in the driver's seat. He doesn't need the lead, but he doesn't get too far back either. Expect Alvarado to keep him in that 3rd or 4th slot early, bide his time, then launch at the top of the lane. If Magnitude goes too fast early, Sovereignty's patient, grinding style puts him in the perfect spot to capitalize. Real quick, I want to shout out Gary for being a Trackside supporter. Really appreciate it, and it helps the channel grow. If you guys want to support the channel, you'll get early access to all our YouTube videos. Just look down next to the subscribe button. Now let's talk about Magnitude. That's the other star of this Travers. He's trained by Steve Asmussen and ridden by Ben Curtis. I really like this colt, and he's a true speed machine. He's been dazzling from the front all year, breaking alertly, setting fast fractions, and just daring others to catch him. On paper, he's Sovereignty's only real threat, and arguably the best horse that he's faced to date. Let's just look at his last 2 races. He romped in the Risen Star, earning a 108 Beyer.
Magnitude at 43 to 1, wire to wire in the Risen Star.
Then he suffered a minor injury, but remarkably, he returned without skipping a beat in the Grade 3 Iowa Derby, winning again and posting a 104 Beyer.
8 lengths in front as they come through the final 16th. It is Magnitude, and he was ready to roll.
Those performances prove that he's not only fast, but resilient and versatile, handling setbacks with ease. Magnitude's high cruising speed is his weapon. When he clears off early, he just forces others to chase faster than they want to. So the big question in this one, can he carry that speed for the full 10 furlongs? Now his pedigree leans towards speed, but he's shown grit in every start. If he's left alone up front, he can absolutely wire this year's Travers. However, if Bracket Buster or anyone else pressures him early, the risk is that he tires late, and it sets it up for a stalker like Sovereignty. Now, one fun stat about the jockey Ben Curtis, he wins at a 25% clip when controlling the lead at Saratoga. If Magnitude breaks clean and secures the front, don't be surprised if he takes him all the way. Next up is Strategic Focus. Trained by Chad Brown and ridden by Flavien Prat, he's lightly raced with just 3 career starts, but definitely shows potential. He broke his maiden impressively, then stepped up to Allowance Company, finishing second with a 101 Beyer behind a solid horse in Malarachuk. His lone stakes attempt came next in the Curlin Stakes, where he finished third to Brown's other top 3-year-old in Chancer McPatrick. Now, that was a little bit of a regression, but Brown still opted to send him over Chancer for the Travers, and that's a sign that he believes in the colt's upside, despite the modest stakes resume. He's not going to be my top win pick, but if you're trying to beat one of the top 2 out of the exacta, he's a horse who can sneak in and create some value for bettors. Then we got Bracket Buster. He's the pace wild card in this one. Trained by Victoria Oliver and ridden by Johnny Velasquez, this horse has one clear job if he wants any shot, and that's to go hard out of the gate. Now, 2 back, he wired the Pegasus Stakes, and last out he was 4th in the Haskell, sitting just off the pace early. He also ran 2nd in the Lexington Stakes when he set the pace and faded late to Gosker. So that pattern tells us that he likes to be on or near the pace, but he can't always sustain it. So stretching out just doesn't seem to bode well. Still, from a betting's perspective, don't dismiss him. His early pressure could soften Magnitude just enough to set up a closer like Sovereignty or Strategic Focus. Rounding out the field is McAfee. He's the outsider of the Travers, trained by Richard Dutrow and also ridden by Johnny Velasquez. So it'll be interesting to see who gets the mount in this one. He's been 2nd or 3rd in his last 3 starts, all in Grade 3 races, showing some competitiveness, but clearly needing a lot of improvement to contend for the win. He broke his maiden impressively in his first start, but he hasn't returned to the winner's circle since. McAfee's a closer, and he'll settle at the back of the pack early, sometimes even last, and then try to pick off tired horses late. But he's perfect to sprinkle into trifectas and superfectas at a big price if the pace scenario sets up in his favor. So how does this race set up? I see Bracket Buster trying to pressure Magnitude, but Magnitude likely shakes him loose. The 1st and 2nd horses will have room to run, while the rest of the field is packed up tightly behind him, waiting for their best chance on the far turn for home. Before we talk my top plays and betting strategy, you can get 2 more exclusive races every week, often stronger than my YouTube picks, since I only cover the biggest races on here. We're 3 for 4 so far this month with an exacta. It's free, comes with a tool to help spot the best horses, and linked in the description. Here's how I'm going to play this year's Travers. My top pick's going to be Magnitude. If I can get any kind of price on him, I'm going to go for it. He looks to shake loose early, and he's got insane talent. He's capable of controlling the pace and making everybody else chase. My second pick is going to be Sovereignty. He's the most likely winner, but the price is going to be really short. I'm still going to use him in my exacta box with Magnitude, and I'll put Sovereignty on top for a slightly smaller exacta bet, just to cover both scenarios. My third pick is Strategic Focus. I'm going to ice him in 3rd for value in the trifecta. If the pace collapses, he can sneak in and give the ticket some added upside. If you found this helpful, hit that like button. It really helps the channel grow. And make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss my weekly rundowns and my best bets. I'm Tom, and I'll see you at the track.